All right. So, welcome to Joey's Helping Others. And today I am doing a review of my current setup. I've already done one, but I have since made lots of changes. And so I live in a one-bedroom apartment with my wife and kids. And I literally work at this table. So before I was using this webcam. It's a Logitech C920, and I was using an Audio-Technica AT2050 microphone and a MOTU M2 interface. And since I have been doing more and more production actually here at the house, and I've been like partnering up with my colleague Jonathan Guajardo, who we COVID together, meaning that we social distance together, and so we hang out together. We actually have started producing some content together, and so I went ahead and switched out my Audio-Technica AT2050 mic, which was good. I mean, I like it. Problem is that to get another one is $500, and they're $230 normally, but because of COVID, prices for production equipment has gone through the roof. So what I did was I scoured the internet and I found these Tascam TM80 microphone, and I ordered two of them. They were $70 a piece. They're large diaphragm condenser microphones. So if we look at them, well, we can't really see, not quite enough light, but there's a large diaphragm in here. And I have two mic stands, as you can see, just some 6-foot cables and a two mic preamps here that have phantom power, and they just go directly into my MOTU, and it's actually a really convenient setup. I've used it and it works really well. You'll notice that I now have some monitors because in addition to doing production, which I mainly use my Grotto GS1000 headphones when I'm doing production, actually when I'm editing or when I'm doing anything critical, I put my headphones on. I bought these because they're these JBL little monitors. I think they were $130. They're dual concentric, meaning they have a woofer and then the tweeter is directly in the middle of the woofer. Because I don't get enough volume out of my Cine display. My Cine display is great if the volume of the content I'm watching has been leveled. Meaning if I'm watching a movie or Netflix or something off of YouTube, well, not really YouTube, but anything that's considered commercial media usually sounds pretty good in volume. But if I'm watching student speeches and they're standing away from their microphone and I need more gain, I just don't have it. And so I bought these, and they have actually performed very well for what I do. So I just use this master control. I'm going RCA out, and the RCA's plug into actually this one over here, and there's a little speaker cable that runs across. I haven't tidied this all up, but I have done some. And then in order for us to record with both mics, I do have a microphone headphone amplifier, the distributor. So it comes out of the headphone, out of my interface, and comes into this, and I'm able to hook up to 4 headphone sets, but normally we just use 2. And so when Johnny comes, he can plug his headphones in here, and we can both have independent volume control and kind of hear what we're doing. So you noticed that I was talking about this Logitech that I was using for video. I'm now using a Sony a6400 that I have enjoyed using in production, but had realized that I could probably use it as a webcam, and I just needed to research how. And so what I did was I did some searches, and I figured out that the Elgato Cam Link, which is around $100, allows you to plug an HDMI source into your USB port. And so I went ahead and ordered it. I got it, and it really does. It just works. It just shows up. It shows up as the Cam Link. I will kind of demo it for you here. Let me well, I'll show you on Zoom first. So if I go to preferences here and I go to video, you'll see if I zoom in here, like move the camera in, you'll see it says Cam Link. Now it's blank because I don't have the camera on yet. So as soon as I turn the camera on, boom, it pops up and you can see me. And since this A6400 does 4K, I can actually capture at 4K. That's not what Zoom is gonna capture at. But if I close Zoom out, I hit quit, I can come over to QuickTime and I can go to File, New, Movie Recording, and there you go. And that is crystal clear, as you can see. And we're recording 4K here, and this monitor is, I think, 2560 by, I don't know, 1536 or something like that. I could actually just go to System Preferences and be able to tell you. So why make it up? Let's do it real quick. Displays, scale, it's 2560 by 1440. There we go. And this is what I've been using. It's had really, really great results for all my Zoom and podcast setups. And then, as you can see, I have a little LED, like just literally what would traditionally have been a fluorescent light, and I just put some paper over it, and that's what I use now. I used to have a ring light setup, but this was like $25 at Sam's Club, and I literally just got some Velcro stickies that I put on the bottom and top, and it's been hanging there just fine. So it's not even hard mounted or anything, and I've really enjoyed how it's worked out for me. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show an update to my setup, just because I always have colleagues and students asking me about the equipment that I'm using, and you know, I kind of wanted to just explore this. I normally run a lab. I'm the director of the media and gaming lab at A&M in the Department of Communication, but our lab's closed because we really can't have anybody in there because it's just not practical under the social distancing protocols that we have. And so I was like, well, let's just literally bring it home, and I brought it to the kitchen table, as you can see. And for some reason, my family's been okay with it, but I've learned a lot. I think, to me, if you were trying to do this inexpensively but highly professional, I would start with finding some kind of camera like the C920. They just came out with, I believe, the 922. I would also look at the Logitech Brio, which is going to be a 4K camera, because while Zoom doesn't do 4K, QuickTime does, and it's really nice to be able to create content and record it on the fly at your computer. And while it may not be live, it definitely will give you like some nice production feel. And then the audio interface, I feel like the MOTU M2 is not that expensive. It's $170. It is back ordered a little bit on a lot of sites, but they do seem to be replenishing over time. And then you could pick up one of these Tascam TM80 microphones, and with this and the webcam, and the interface, that's around $500. And to me, to have like a very professional feel, for less than $500 is great. And then I have talked to some students. I mean, I wouldn't mind purchasing some really, really cheap, like a really cheap mic and a really cheap audio interface, along with maybe a knockoff Logitech webcam, just to see how cheap we can get it. If we could get it to like $150 and still be pretty good quality. I think that's definitely one I'm going to do probably this month. But this past month, I just started thinking about this A6400, the Sony that I had, and how I hadn't really been able to do too much production work with it. And so I was like, hey, I wonder if I bring this in, how it'll function as a webcam. But it is pretty cost prohibitive when it comes down to it. It's a $1,000 camera, and then the lens that I'm using, which you could get the pancake lens for around $1,000 with it, but the lens that I'm using is probably about a $600 lens. So it's like a $1,600 camera setup with the link. We're up to almost like $1,800. And so it's not a practical solution, but it's one that I still wanted to experiment and show and kind of see how it performs, because I see, at least for the next 6 months, maybe a year, us having to do a lot of work in remote situations. And I'm just trying to figure out, you know, how do I create a landscape, or I guess it goes like this way for you all, of production, so that you can feel like you can start with literally the webcam on your phone, or sorry, the camera on your phone, or the camera on your laptop, and a little microphone for $10, like a little wired microphone, and get good sound and decent video that way, and scale up and scale up and scale up. Also with the ring lights and the lighting. I've had a lot of colleagues end up getting lights like at Target in different places to just get a little LED light for $10, $20. That also has worked well. So anyways, I just thought I would check in. I hope this is useful. And other than that, I do have some more production videos I'm going to be creating. One is about the specific use of the loopback feature on this MOTU M2, which is kind of Greek in terms of what I've kind of the level I've been talking about. But basically, this interface is supposed to allow you to record the sound that's being played by your computer, like if you're playing a video off YouTube, and your microphone at the same time. Now, the reason that's kind of a big deal is that when you're recording podcasts or video, like vlogs or a podcast with video, a lot of times you may be talking with someone, interviewing back and forth, and they want to show something or play something, and it's their content, but you can't get that back using like open broadcast system. Now, Zoom allows us to do this already, but for a lot of people that are a little more seasoned in the pro area, they've been trying to figure this out, and that's what this system's supposed to let us do. So I'll probably be making a video about that. I'll probably also, like I said, circle back with that, like maybe sub 150, maybe if I could get it under $100, that'd be really cool, with an interface, a webcam, and a microphone. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.